You've likely seen the viral posts claiming a single, shadowy company secretly owns Apple, Microsoft, and Amazon, controlling the entire world from the dark. The actual reality of BlockRock is highly technical, heavily documented, and quite dry. It involves spreadsheets and risk coefficients rather than secret societies. That technical nature is BlockRock's greatest defense. Because the system is invisible and difficult for the public to understand, it becomes nearly impossible to resist. This system was built out of a massive failure. In 1986, a rising star named Larry Fink lost $100 million in a single afternoon after betting wrong on interest rates. His firm immediately forced him out. Fink realized that the entire financial sector was effectively flying blind. The biggest players on Wall Street were making billion-dollar decisions based on gut feelings and experience, lacking any mathematical way to measure risk in real time. In 1988, Fink and 7 partners started their own firm in a single room. They founded BlockRock to build a flashlight for a dark and unpredictable financial system. That flashlight was a software program called Aladdin. It calculates global threats, measuring how interest rate hikes or market crashes ripple through a portfolio. Aladdin monitors risk for $21 trillion. 200 of the largest institutions rely on it to find hidden dangers. This creates a dangerous feedback loop. When Aladdin's algorithm warns that a specific bond is risky, 200 massive institutions receive that warning at the exact same moment. They all sell simultaneously. By acting as the trusted advisor to the entire herd, Aladdin effectively dictates the direction of the market itself. In 2009, BlockRock acquired a firm called iShares, giving them dominance over the ETF market. Suddenly, they were managing the retirement savings of everyday teachers and shopkeepers who wanted simple, low-cost investment packages. While the citizens technically own the shares inside these ETFs, BlockRock retains the voting rights attached to them. BlockRock bundles this power and votes at over 16,800 shareholder meetings every year. They use these concentrated blocks to dictate corporate policies, fire board members, and shift entire business models. BlockRock wields the collective voting power of the American working class to reshape the corporate landscape according to their own objectives. This concentration of power leads to a system called common ownership. This occurs when a single entity owns a massive stake in businesses that are supposed to be competing, removing their incentive to fight for customers. BlockRock is currently a top institutional shareholder in Delta, United, and American Airlines simultaneously. If the same investor owns all the major players, they benefit more from high, stable ticket prices than from a price war. Research shows this lack of competition extracts a 3 to 7% premium from average passengers on every ticket. To protect this influence, BlockRock maintains a revolving door with the government. Their executives frequently leave to write economic policy for the White House, while former central bankers find high-paying roles within BlockRock. By holding stakes in competitors and employing the people who regulate them, the firm ensures the system remains rigged in their favor. Some view this influence as an ideological mission. In 2020, BlockRock appeared to take a moral stand, using their voting power to support 47% of environmental and social proposals, pressuring companies to go green. The political backlash was immediate. In 2022, states like Texas threatened to pull billions in state pension funds if BlockRock continued to boycott the oil and gas industry. Facing a direct threat to their capital, BlockRock reversed course. By 2024, their support for environmental proposals dropped from 47% down to just 4.1%. This retreat reveals the firm's true mechanical nature. BlockRock operates as a profit-driven algorithm that shifts its position the moment capital is at risk. BlockRock's power is most visible during a crisis. When the housing market collapsed in 2008, the U.S. government hired them to untangle the web of toxic mortgage assets that were threatening the global economy. They were called upon by the Federal Reserve during the 2020 pandemic to stabilize the bond market, and more recently by the government of Ukraine to design the financial roadmap for rebuilding the country. Today, BlockRock is expanding into the physical world, acquiring the actual airports, roads, and power grids that keep modern society running. Through data, voting power, and crisis management, BlockRock has woven itself into the $21 trillion global grid. They are now so deeply integrated that removing them would risk a total systemic collapse. They have made themselves indispensable.